Hello friends, this week we rolled out Uptime monitoring inside of Sentry. I thought I'd take it for a spin and show you how it works. Let's get into it. Now to get started, we'll come into alerts, and if I wanted to create a new Uptime monitor, I click on create alert and choose Uptime monitor from the left. Now with Uptime monitoring, we're not just focused on telling you if a service is up or down. We want to make sure that if it goes down, you're getting enough context about what broke, how it broke, who it broke for, and that you're getting some tools to get it back up and running. I've already created a couple of Uptime monitors in my environment, and one of them is already firing is down, so let's take a look. Now right away I can see this nice timeline view that shows the health of my service and when it's gone up or down. I can click and drag into specific time frames to see information inside of that window, and we're automatically creating a downtime issue when downtime is detected. I'm going to jump into the configuration of this rule and show you how it's set up. Now, we automatically create one Uptime monitor inside of your project for the most visited URL, and you get one included as part of your paid account. But you can come in here to configure additional Uptime monitors for different services. I've set mine up against production, and I've set an interval and a timeout of 1 minute and 5 seconds, meaning every minute it'll check, and if that check takes longer than 5 seconds, it'll be marked as down. I've configured a specific URL. For me, I had an API health endpoint that does a database call to make sure it returns a 200 OK, but you might configure it just against your base path, or you might have a specific URL you want to monitor. It's very configurable here. We just want to make sure it's getting a 200 OK back for the check to succeed. On method, I'm doing a get, but if you wanted to do like a database post and make sure it's inserting successfully and getting that 200 OK, you can do that here too. Just make sure you're configuring the right method that matches how your service is configured. We can set up specific headers that we might want to use. And in my case, I've enabled allow sampling. This one's really important because this lets us collect traces attached to Uptime monitors. This is really helpful for debugging and understanding where inside of your service is actually breaking when a service goes down. So I always recommend turning this on. We get what the expected check request looks like back, and I've named it and assigned it to me. Let's jump into that actual alert and see what it looks like. Now, as I would expect from any Sentry issue, I'm getting a ton of information here to help debug a problem. I can see exactly what the failure reason is. I can see that sample trace that's attached to the part of my service that's breaking. And I even get this really nice connected issue for another issue that has a similar trace. And when I dive into this one, I can see things like the stack trace that relates to where in my code this problem exists. I can see a database query failing here. I can see that same trace represented here and details about the actual incoming request. I could even jump in and use autofix to get information about what's broken and propose a solution to get me back up and running successfully. Now, if I wanted to see all of the Uptime monitors configured, I can come into backend and choose Uptime monitors here, and they're all going to be listed here. Uptime monitoring rolled out this week. We're really excited for everyone to jump in, create some monitors to check on your service. Let us know how it goes. We'd love to help. Talk soon.